This is Michelle, and you're listening to Words with Michelle, the podcast, a show where I sit down and have conversations with influencers on a range of topics, anything from natural hair, employment, discrimination, food, relationships, and everything in between. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you want to send me an email, hit me up at michelle@wordsmichelle.com. Thanks for tuning into the latest episode of Words with Michelle, the podcast. This is the second part of my 2-episode focus on food. Last week I featured Ryan Hinkson, aka Eat Famous, and this week I speak with Chef Noel. Yes, I guess I'm a legit foodie. The first time I met Chef Noel was in April 2024. However, I've known him since 2021. We were both featured in issue 10 of Dreamer to Creator magazine. He was featured as an entrepreneur, and I wrote about what it takes to create engaging blog content. After the issue, we immediately started following each other. I followed him because, well, he's a chef and I love food, and he in turn followed me back. But before I tell you about this amazing chef, I would like you to know that this episode was sponsored by Epigram Consulting Services. If you're an entrepreneur or a micro-entrepreneur in need of leveling up your business, Epigram Consulting can walk you through while teaching you the process of starting or expanding a business with their unique business consulting model. Epigram specializes in product identification, business plans, financial analysis, operations, and marketing. Ready to start or fine-tune your business? Contact Karen at info@epigramconsulting.com. Now back to the show. Our friendship basically began just by commenting on each other's posts, liking each other's pictures, and just sending random messages. So when I found out that he was going to be at the Food and Drink Festival earlier this year, I made my way down. So about a month ago, we sat down and we had a chat about his journey in food. He told me that he was interested in cooking when he was a young child back in Jamaica, and he shared with me what the defining moment was when he realized that cooking was a legitimate career path. It was great getting to know Chef Noel after knowing him for 3 years. But finding out more about him during our talk made me glad that we reached out to each other. So I hope you enjoy our food chat. I started the show asking Chef Noel to tell me a bit about himself.
Alrighty, so of course, Chef Noel Cunningham here, all the way from, Kingston, Jamaica. I'm always, repping Jamaica, and I came to Canada in 2013, and I was all the way in Manitoba. So I was in Thompson, Manitoba, yeah, and then I went to Winnipeg in 2015, Red River College, did hotel and restaurant management, but I did all my culinary training back in Jamaica. We have also worked in several hotels and restaurants. And then in 2019, now I published my first cookbook, Cuisine by Noel, a culinary journey through recipes and stories. And then I also moved to Toronto in 2019. So yeah, that's a little, my journey in a little nutshell.
First of all, I did not know that you started, I guess, your journey in Canada in
Yeah.
Manitoba.
Yeah, in Manitoba,
Really?
all the way up in Thompson, Manitoba. Yes. So in 2013, like December was super, super cold. And I didn't know where I was going, what I was going to, but I know I was coming here for work. And yeah, so I got a job offer here in Canada, and it was Thompson, Manitoba. And of course, as a Jamaican, I don't know where Thompson is. So when I got here and I was on the flight from Toronto to Winnipeg, a guy was like, "Hey, where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going Thompson." He called out to his friend and said, "Hey, John, this guy's going to Thompson." I'm like, "What's happening in Thompson?" And he was like, "Oh, check the weather, my guy. Check the weather." He was like some -50. It was like one of the coldest. Yeah, it was like one of the coldest winter in like over like 50 years or something like that. Some record breaking temp happening. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you made it all the way to Toronto, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Toronto is a place.
So I just want to ask, when did you start cooking? When did your love for cooking start?
My love for cooking started, of course, in my mom's kitchen. And my mom used to be so busy on Sundays. And I took the opportunity. And my sisters, of course, I'm the second one. My older sister, she's lazy. She loves to eat, but cooking, and she did food and nutrition in high school. So I basically followed her and do food and nutrition, but she doesn't like the kitchen. So of course, I want to eat, so I would be in the kitchen, trying to cook for the two youngest one. Then I want to also surprise my mom when she gets home. So I think I just gradually started like asking my mom questions. So and of course on a Sunday is like a family day, food day. So my mom now would be doing like the rice and peas, barbecue fried chicken, which she love, and curry goat, and I'm asking her question, watching until it was my time now to cook, and
Oh, but what kind of questions? Like, what would you ask her? What would you ask your mom when she's making
oh,
curry?
like for example, she's making a rice and peas, and I'll be like, okay, so what do you do next? And she would tell me the steps. Like you boil the peas until it's soft and tender. You add your coconut milk. You had your green onion and your thyme, your scotch bonnet, and then salt and pepper now to taste. And then once you do all of that now, I would taste it. So when I'm doing it next time, I know the taste that to look for because of course, as Caribbean people, we cook by memory.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, not really a recipe. So there's no 1 tablespoon and 2 teaspoon. It's just a dash of this until the ancestors say stop.
That's so true because when my mother was trying to teach me how to cook like some Trini
Yeah.
dishes, and I'll be
No,
like,
there's no
Mom, like,
recipe. Yeah.
I'm like,
You
do
cook
you
from
cook
the
every?
soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's,
cook
oh,
from the
that's so
soul and the art and love.
nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
yeah.
Was your mom like the most I guess was she the only person that had an impact on you when you
Not
started?
no, not really. So but of course she, was the cook of the house, and then now my aunt, who is also a foodie as well, and she's not a trained professional chef like that, but she knows flavor. She cooks well. She do her own thing. She dance to her own drum, and she has flavor. And she have her own cooking or professional cookbook until she do some courses as well. So she saw that I was very interested in culinary, and then she started teaching me stuff. So like Easter time, we're making bun. Christmas time, we're doing cakes together. And Christmas, we love our Christmas dinner. So I'll be in the kitchen with her as well. And then she introduced me to the Food Network. And at that time, though, I saw like Bobby Flay and Rachel Ray and Paula Dean and all these chefs, because really in Jamaica, no one really wanted their child to become a chef. You
Why is
wanted them to
that?
be
Why is that?
because everyone want your child to become like a doctor, a lawyer, teacher, all
Mhm.
of these stuff, all of these prestige career choices. Because really and truly the whole chef thing is service, right? Service industry. And it's
Oh,
coming
okay.
from, the whole slavery, because the first top
Mhm.
celebrity chef, used to serve the White House and all these stuff. So it's a service industry, plus also in Jamaica, when you go into high school, they would put the students who they don't think is bright
Mhm.
in skill area. So you go do plumbing, you go do cosmetology, you go do this. So it's looked down on,
So stigmatized. It's definitely
stigmatized. Yeah, yeah. It's
ah,
stigmatized, so it's labeled, and then now, so people want to aim for the highest, right? But now, so when I saw things like Food Network, it changed my point of view in terms of, oh, you can become a chef on TV, you can have your cookbook, you can write recipes, you can be on magazine, you can do all. So it opened my eyes to all the possibilities by just doing food. Oh, you can have your restaurant. Oh, you can do this. And that was it for me. My vision was larger than life. Yeah.
that actually, I think you just give me goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie because no, I mean, and
Yeah.
that's not sound crazy, but the thing is, the fact that you thought of it as a certain way, it wasn't
Yeah.
looked down upon, and then you were able to see, okay, I can do this, this, and that, whatever, because of the Food Network or whatever, or just
Yeah.
because you love the food, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so great. That's
And
beautiful.
then the thing is, I was good at it. Like when I did like anytime I cook, I always get like rave review, stuff like that. I practice in the kitchen, like from 12, I'm master in the kitchen. When I went to high school, I was doing my SBA. So my practical, I was 2 times top performer in food and nutrition. And then when I was doing my SBA, the
What's
invigilator
that?
huh?
What's SBA? What's
So the
that?
SBA is like part of your exam grade for your CXC, for your Caribbean Examination
Oh,
Council.
so okay,
Yeah.
so we call it
Yeah.
okay, CFC.
So
Okay.
exams. I was doing a food exam,
Yeah.
practical,
Hmm.
and then the invigilator called over I'm a teacher, and said, "Hey, come and taste this." She said, "Wow, I can't believe this is like a freshwater fish and it tastes so good." And I was like worried. Like when she called her over, I was worried. And then I really, really and truly realized that this was for me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that moment, and I never looked back. I just knew exactly what I wanted to do, and journey continues.
As I mentioned in the intro, I met Chef Noel at the Food and Drink Festival earlier this year. So I asked him what the experience was like being in the festival. Experience at the food and drink festival because I didn't
Oh
get to
Lord.
stay. I had to leave. But what was that like? How was that for you?
Thanks for asking that. Like the Toronto Food and Drink Festival was, I think, it's like one of the highlight of my career, I must say, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's my first time doing it. And this year, so it's so funny. In 2023, I was doing it at the Grace, I was doing it at the Jamaica Tourist Board booth, just talking to people and signing some recipe cards and stuff like that. So I saw the chef stage and I was like, wow, that's where I want to be next year. I want to be on the stage. I want to cook. I don't want to be over here. And then I got the phone call this year, and I opened the stage this year. I was on prime time the Saturday, and I also closed the show this year.
Oh
Thanks
my
to
God.
Sunwing, yeah, thanks to Sunwing Vacations and the Jamaica Tourist Board made that possible. And it was well received, like so many people, came up to me and we took pictures, signed books, and persons still reaching out now. It's opening doors for me as well. It was really good. And also for me too, it wasn't just about me, but I also got a chance to showcase Jamaican cuisine on a grand stage because the Toronto Food and Drink, the chef stage is the highlight of the festival. And when you look on the
Oh, I did not know
stage,
that. I
yeah. So
can,
when you, yeah,
I can see that because there was a lot of people because I was there
it's a
and
lot,
I was there for
yeah,
a couple hours and I saw tons of people.
yeah, man, yeah. And then when you look on the roster of chefs that's there, like Chef Massimo Capra,
Yeah.
then we have Chef Mark McEwen and all these guys. These are like Canadian top royalties. These are Canadian chefs. When you think of Canada and food, you think of these guys. And for me to be, among them cooking, it's an honor as well.
So then let me ask you,
Little me, little old me, little old me.
no. Big up you. Big up you. Big up you.
No, I like to see myself. Some people might not agree, but I like to see myself as, as a little old me because it's also keep you grounded. It keep you
Yes.
grounded. So, but the moment you start to see yourself as big and ego sort of comes in and all those foolishness comes in. So I still see myself as little old me who is doing well.
Nice. How long have
Yeah.
you been cooking for? Like, how long has it been?
Oh Lord. I've been cooking for the past 15 years.
Ah, nice.
And that's professionally. Yeah, but I've been cooking before that, just in my mom kitchen and stuff like that. But yeah, I was talking to some students recently at the York region, their school board, and I was like, I've been the past 15 years. When I came home, it hit me like 15 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what did you have? Okay, so when you were back in Jamaica, like did you have like a storefront or did you have like a business or were you doing like a
No.
what were you doing back in
Um,
Jamaica?
what happened when I leave my training institute, I did level one, level two, level three, which is chef de party. I started working in hotel, Edenism Hotel, Breezes. My training that I did also allowed me to work in different hotels along the North Coast, so like 1 month each. And then I moved back now to Kingston. And I started working as a head chef at this cafe, which is my baby, Cafe Mantra. I went there to work as a line cook. A few months later, I was promoted to head chef, and that's the start of my career. That was when everything started for me. Like I did my first full interview there with this TV show called Niamins. No lie, Vibes Cuisine. And then I did like Entertainment Report, and I did the Observer, I did the Gleaner. So everyone started to know Chef Noel. So people would come in the restaurant, oh, you're the guy I see on TV. I'll be all over the place. And then I came, yeah. So Cafe Mancha was where it's all started.
What do you like to cook then? What's your favorite cuisine?
My favorite cuisine, of course, I love Italian cuisine.
Oh, Italian?
It's yeah, food is culture for me, and just like or Jamaican food, where it tells a story, it has a journey and all these stuff. Same thing for the Italian. I just love the bond, and I love the way all those grandmas, those Italian grandma, so protective of their recipe, and they make everything fresh. They do fresh cheese and fresh pasta and lots of herbs, and I love that. I love that.
Favorite dish? What's your favorite Italian dish? What do you like?
I don't really have a favorite as a foodie. Even for you
Mhm.
yourself, we love to eat, right? And for
Oh,
you
yeah.
to just stick to one thing, it's hard. It's very hard to say. And if I say my favorite dish, it has to be like a Jamaican dish.
Okay, then what's that? What's your favorite Jamaican dish? What's a comfort food
I
then?
love
Let's
a
say
good
that.
oxtail. I love a good oxtail.
So you're
I
team
love a good
oxtail, huh?
Yeah, I love a good oxtail, nicely braised, and with some rice and peas, and give me a nice little mac and cheese on the side and some coleslaw or something. Takes me home. Yeah.
So real food. You like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
real
But
food?
but for me though, personally, I eat by craves. So even at home, I don't really have lots of grocery because I buy like what I feel for.
Okay, you're a chef. What would be in your fridge?
Yeah,
That's the fridge I want to
so
see.
always in my fridge is butter, of course. Of course my herbs. I love have my herbs and stuff. I got my fruits, my veggies, my basic veggies, stuff like that. Yeah. And I try to plan my meal also at times.
Ah. So do you
Yeah.
have like a exercise regime then? Like do you like a workout?
Oh no. I'm trying to work out now. Again, this is the last time I'm trying for my summer body. This is the last time. I'm gonna throw in a towel after this. I've been
Summer
trying.
body, I love it.
Yeah,
Any body is fine. That's all I gotta say. Like
that's what
your
I
body is your
say.
body.
Oh yeah. All body matters.
All body matters. That's my motto. That's my
Yeah.
motto. Serious.
Ain't no six pack in heaven, man.
Exactly. Eat your food.
Eat
I
your
mean,
food.
honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
because I like asking people a few random questions, I thought to ask Chef Noel a few rapid fire questions about food. What's your guilty pleasure? What's your guilty pleasure?
Wings count? Can we count wings?
Of course.
Of course I love me some good wings. Yeah.
Okay, so do you like? Oh, this has more questions then. Do you like deep fried wings, or what's
Deep
your?
fried. It gotta be fried.
And then also, okay, that's true. That's a no brainer. Do you like
Yeah.
them breaded or not? Because there's a major controversy with breaded versus not.
I like breaded wings. I think if you're gonna do a cheat meal, just go all out and done. Hmm.
Okay, what's your cheat meal then? That got me interested. What's your cheat
Oh,
meal?
it varies. It varies. It varies. It depends on the mood and the vibes. It all depends.
Since Chef Noel is a foodie as well, he told me that he listened to one of my past episodes where I spoke to Chef Anna Olsen, and he told me that he felt the same way about cravings.
And then it's so funny. I was listening to you with Anna, and then she was thinking the same thing like me, or saying the same thing. Where now I'm into baking, and I'm not a sweet person like that.
Oh,
Used to be
okay.
like cheesecake was my thing, and now I can't even eat it. Yeah,
Seriously.
it's so funny. Like cheesecake was my thing, but now I can't. Yeah, so it's hard for me to say that. But I also love my honey glazed donut too. I'm like, we are not in common. My
Okay,
honey,
hold on. Wait, let me get to that question. Let me get to that question. Okay, so we got the guilty pleasure. So then what's your favorite Canadian treat? That's a question I really want
oh,
to
the
ask
honey
you
glazed
because
donut, the
for
Tim's.
real.
Yeah, because it also reminds me back of Jamaica. We had this donut in Jamaica, twist. We call it twist, and then it was that I think it was a honey glaze with some granulated sugar on it. So here I have it. It does remind me of home.
Uh,
So usually, like I most time in the evening, I'll go to a Tim Hortons close to me. I'll have my honey dip donut and my coffee,
oh my
which
God, you're
is
so Canadian. That's
yeah, and
very
my
Canadian.
very Canadian. And my mix is like half French vanilla, half a chocolate and espresso shot.
What's your least favorite food? What's your
My
least
least
favorite
favorite,
thing
I
you
don't
would
know.
not eat?
Oh, I don't do pork. I don't do pork naturally. I don't eat pork.
So then what's the favorite thing? I'm not sure if I asked you that, but what's your favorite thing to cook then?
My favorite, I love making soups. Soups are versatile as well.
As the interview was winding down, I asked Chef Noel if he had any upcoming projects.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this year as well. Lots of projects coming in. So I'm working on my second book. It's called Dirty 30. It's a date night book. The pandemic inspired it, where everyone were cooking at home and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So what I want to do is I wanted to just do a date night book where persons can start cooking at home instead of dining out, because food is a very intimate thing. And instead of going out to dine, or now is your chance to impress your date. Or it's not even much. I must be a date. It can be celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or something. And food is a love language.
It
So you
totally
can
is.
yeah, so you can communicate to your partner through food. So, but what this book is going to do, not just date night recipes, but I'm doing breakfast in bed ideas, tips, and breakfast that you can prepare that's very friendly for the bedroom, stuff like that. And tips as well, change the sheet the night before, nice, duvet and nice this the night before, then
So is it just a cookbook? Because it seems like it's going to somewhere else.
prep stuff, and then now we have like food that does different things to the body as well. So it can be your anniversary, and it would be nice to have like a tiramisu for dessert with coffee, because the coffee also get you a roll, stuff like that. The book
Oh my
will do.
gosh.
Yeah.
We're now making this show.
Yes,
Is this PG-13 or is
it is. It is. So that's what
okay.
so that's what the book is all about. Because my first book
I'm
tells
kidding. I'm kidding.
about my journey and career and stuff. I want to change things a bit. The book interesting because recipes are online, right? To make
Mm,
the book stand out.
you're right. Okay, because
Yeah.
now I'm interested in your book. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to get I want to get the book. Like
Yeah.
seriously.
And I'm also looking into working on a kids book. I have a big kids
Oh
audience.
nice. Oh
Yeah.
nice.
Like they watch me on Facebook with my cooking and stuff, and their parents like, oh, my son love you, oh, my daughter love you. Even though in Jamaica, when I go home, I'm signing book for kids, taking picture with kids. So I think, okay, you have a kids audience, so why not? And then I was thinking, for me, also I want to inspire, through food and my story and journey. And who's better to inspire than those younger kids?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to do a kids book. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Okay, just keep me posted on everything. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
I
that
will for
book talked
sure.
about.
Yeah.
First of all, let's get back to the book. The you call it Dirty 30. Tell me why you
Dirty
call it
30.
Dirty 30. Why is
Because it's
that?
it's actually going to be 30 recipes,
Okay.
and they're going to be flirty, fun, and fierce.
Well, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, yeah, and food, food for your mood and different stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a good book. Cocktail is gonna be in it. Some finger food as well, which is gonna be like sort of, instead of saying appetizer, it's called bite me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just
Oh
one bite.
wait, what
It's
kind of
one.
mood was Chef Noel when he was writing this? Because I feel like, like
You
seriously,
understand? It's taking me a while to write this book because each section is just a whole mood.
I don't know if it's about food.
Yeah, we can't play it safe all the time, man. We can't play it safe all the time, and then yeah. So and then we just want to bring back love in the kitchen. Would that be family?
Ooh,
So there are so many families.
that's another
Cook,
book, Love in the Kitchen.
yeah, love in the
That's
kitchen.
the
We need to bring back
title.
love in the kitchen and love in the home instead of eating out and all these stuff. Because some of the best conversation happen at the dinner table.
Yep. Food brings people together. I think that's
Yeah,
why I
yeah, yeah,
love it so much because
yeah,
I'm a chatty person. I love to
yeah,
talk, I love conversation,
yeah,
but I love to eat. And I
yeah,
just feel like even when you give someone food, there's a
yeah.
conversation. There's just, I don't know. To me, I show my love with giving someone
Yeah.
something I baked.
And then I hate hearing the men saying, "Oh, I don't cook or I can't cook," because also the next stigma or next label is where growing up in Jamaica is girls cook, guys do outdoor duties, and now when you turn into an adult, here comes a problem where the man can't cook.
Yeah.
So that's why I want this book where a guy can pick it up and he can do something nice, a 3-course meal, and you're impressed.
Yeah. That's because women love men that can cook, that's for sure.
Yeah, and
That's
and then
fine. That's good.
they always say a way to a man's heart is to his stomach, but the same thing for a female, even worse
Oh
for
yeah.
the female. Because the female will tell you, "Oh, I love a man that can cook." There's just something buzzy about a man that can cook for a female. They love that. It's
Yeah.
already, yeah, you're already
I
sold already.
Yeah, I'm that woman. I mean, a guy that can cook, you get to that. What else do I need? I mean, I'm happy right there. I mean, I need other stuff, but I mean, that's a good start.
Yeah, yeah.
A
So
real good.
I'm actually taking my time with this book because I want it to be really good. And it's 30 recipes. It's not going to be a lot, but you'll be able to do a drink or two from it. So 5 drink recipe, 5 appetizers, 5 breakfast, main, and then side dishes. So you can put together a 4-course meal, whatever.
When do you think this is gonna be out? When do you think? Are you not too
I'm
sure?
thinking, so we're now, yes, I'm thinking for Valentine's next year. So like next year,
Okay, we got some
February.
time. Okay.
Yes. So next year, February. So I want it out by the end of December because that's when everyone buying gifts. And then do a soft launch then and then push now for February of next year for
Oh,
Valentine's. Yeah.
okay, so you definitely got to keep me posted on that. Keep me posted
Yeah.
because look at Chef Noel, man. Look at you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I have lots of book I'm working on. I want to have a whole collection of books. I love books and my books are going to be very different. Yeah.
Give us your deets. Give us your details.
Alrighty, so you can find me on Instagram at I am Chef Noel, Facebook I am Chef Noel as well, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever you are, I am Chef Noel, and also my website cuisinebynowell.com. I'm there.
Nice. Well, it's been a pleasure. We finally get to have a real
I know,
conversation.
right?
We finally get to meet,
I
dive
enjoy
in.
this one. I enjoy
Yeah,
this.
I enjoyed it too, man. I had fun.
Yeah.
I'm a guy, I'm a foodie, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm
Yeah.
happy. This made my day.
I was looking forward to it and it was really, yeah.
Okay, great. It's been a pleasure. We
Yeah,
will
man,
talk
always.
soon. Wow, 30 minutes flew by, but I'm so happy that I was able to do this podcast. I had a migraine in the beginning of the day, but since I started talking to Chef Noel, the headache went away. Thanks, Chef Noel. Thanks for joining me for the latest episode of Words with Michelle, the podcast. If you enjoy the podcast, I'd love for you to like and subscribe and give a review on Spotify. Just a reminder, if you have any questions or if you'd like to be a guest on the show, you can email me at michelle@wordswithmichelle.com. You can also email me if you have any questions about how to sponsor the show or sponsor an episode. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.